The Trading Post is where you can buy and sell all items in Guild Wars 2. You can open it by pressing O, or you can click on this icon here. And when you open this window, just click here for the Trading Post. All players in the game from NA and EU will share the same Trading Post and you will see the same thing. So when you try to buy or sell an item, you will see the same prices and the same supply and demand. When you want to buy an item, you will have two prices. The one on the right will be a little more expensive and this will be the instant buy. The one on the left will be a little cheaper and here you can place an order. If you are trying to buy a quantity of a certain item that is currently higher on whatever supply is available, then it will go to the price below it and so on. So if I want to buy a full stack, for example, you will see that it will basically keep going down until there is enough supply to cover my order. Which means depending on the quantity you are trying to buy and how much supply is available, you may end up paying more than you would expect. However, if you will place an order, then you will control the quantity and the price. However, this will take a little longer than buying the item instantly, and the time you will wait will depend on the item you are trying to buy. When you place the order, your gold will be taken away from your wallet, and your order will stay there until it gets completely filled. You can cancel your buying order anytime you want if it was not filled yet, which will give you the remaining gold back. When you want to sell an item, it must be in your inventory, and then you can right click and sell. And here you will also see two prices, but they will work in the opposite way. So the price on the left is what you will get if you sold this item instantly. The price on the right is what you will get if you put an order and waited for people to buy your item. You cannot sell items from the bank or the storage, it must be in your inventory. Also, you can't sell items from an invisible bag. You can either right click on your items and then sell as I showed you, or you can choose the Sell tab and it will show you everything in your inventory that you can sell. When you buy an item, whether you buy it instantly or place an order, you will not pay any taxes or fees. But if you are trying to sell anything on the Trading Post, you will always pay fees, whether you sell instantly or place an order. There are two taxes you will pay. The first one is the listing fee, which will be taken from your wallet immediately once you try to sell anything. And this will be 5% of the total sale price. And this listing fee will apply every time. So if I cancel my order right now and then sell it again at a different price, I will pay the listing fee again. The second tax is called exchange fee, which will be 10% of the total sale. And this will only apply when the item actually sells, and it will be taken from the profit, not from the wallet. So in total, when you are trying to sell any item on the Trading Post, you will pay at least 15% taxes. And if you cancel and try to list the item again, you will end up paying more taxes. You can also hover on this number besides the total price, and it will give you the estimated profit after it's taken away the taxes. When you buy or sell anything on the Trading Post, it will go into something called delivery box. To actually get your stuff in your inventory, you must talk to a Trading Post vendor. This will open the Trading Post panel, and then you can press take all, which will get the items in your inventory. You will find these vendors in all major cities and in all passes and many other places. And all of them will have this icon on the minimap, which will make it easy to find. Another option is using the Trading Post Express, which summons an NPC that will stay there for up to 15 minutes, and when you interact with it, you can take your items to your inventory. And the vendor you will summon this way can be used by you and other players. There is also a permanent version of this item, which will allow you to summon vendors anytime you want in any place. This will also summon an NPC that you can use to get your items to your inventory, but they will only stay for 5 minutes, not 15, and they can only be used by you, not by other players. And this permanent item has a very low chance to drop whenever you open any Black Lion chest. If you want to buy a certain item, you can type its name here in the search bar, which will show it to you on the right side. Also, the Trading Post is divided into multiple categories, and most of them will have subcategories inside them, which will make it much easier for you to navigate and buy whatever it is you actually need. Inside each of these categories, you can press on this icon, which will bring up some filters you can use. The filters you will see here will be different based on the category you will choose. For example, the filters in the skins section will be different than the filters you will see when you go to armor. It is very important to learn how to use the filters properly, because this may end up saving you a lot of gold. For example, if you just type Berserker in the search bar and you want to buy Berserker chest, you may end up paying 6 gold. But when using the filters correctly, especially when you are buying armor and weapons, this may end up showing you some options that will give you very similar stats but much cheaper price. Another thing you can do, you can right click and preview most of the items before buying them, which will give you a chance to see how they look or what you can get from them before you can buy them. Only show available is an option I would highly recommend always leaving it enabled, because otherwise in rare cases you will see some items here that you can't actually buy. But when you enable it, only items that you can buy will show. Only show locked is an option that will be specifically useful for armor and weapons. The options you will see here on the right side will be options where you still have the skins locked for them. Compact mode is a very useful thing that was added to the Trading Post recently. When you enable it, this will show all the items in a compact mode, which will allow you to see a lot more options in one go. If you found yourself buying certain items more often than not, you can favorite them, which will make them very easy for you to access. Simply go to the Favorites tab, and any items you have added to your favorites will be shown here. And you can add up to 25 items as favorites to see anytime you want. To remove the items from favorites, simply click here again, and next time you go to your favorites tab, they will be gone. The transactions tab will show you any orders you have, whether they are buying order or selling orders. For both options, buying and selling, you will see the price, and you will see how long it has been waiting in the Trading Post, and you can also cancel the orders from here. History will show you the items you have recently bought or sold on the Trading Post. If you are using a free account, you will notice a lot of these items will be locked, and you will only have limited choices. The only way for you to unlock more options will be to upgrade. Also, from the same black line window, the first tab will be the gem store, where you can buy items using your gems. And the second tab is where you can convert your gems to gold or vice versa. And I will still cover these in a lot more details in separate guides you will see in the description below when they are done. If you found this guide helpful, consider subscribing to the channel to see more short, straight to the point guides for Guild Wars 2. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next guide.